Yes, so beautiful people, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing beautifully well. The gist reaching us, my people. This one, this one makes sense. Like, this one no be smart, no. They say Queen Naomi don't land palace gidigba like this. In fact, they said the day Queen Naomi returned to the palace, what really happened behind closed doors? Like, what is that thing that happened behind closed doors? The day Queen Naomi stepped her legs into the palace. In fact, you are welcome back once again, my royal, my beautiful people. In fact, your royal connection to the heart of Yoruba heritage. In fact, I want to welcome you guys specially, okay? Today we bring you a story that stirred emotions across the kingdom. The day Queen Naomi returned to the palace, it wasn't a visit like any other, my people. It was a moment filled with whispers. Oh, and what hidden meanings? Yes, so my crack people, not be smart, you know. Hey, what really happened behind the palace gates that day? They said a whole lot of things happened. Oh, Okay, now let's go into the nitty gritty and let's go and hear what they say happen. Oh, my people, like I always tell you people that all these are all unless speculated stories, though they are not for sound information, because as we get our gist on the street of social media now, so we dey carry and they come dey give una like this. Now they said the unexpected return of Queen Naomi, like it was just unexpected because it began quietly without any public announcement. One calm morning in Ile-Ife, they say royal guards received word. Of course, Kabiyesi sent the message. It cannot just be that because the fact is, we know first of all that there's protocol. There is always protocol in the palace. Palace is not a place you will just wake up, carry your leg and we just throw. You want to just go there and go and see Kabiyesi. No, 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 no. It's a no. The palace is not like that. So before anybody comes around, if it's an important person, the information will go. Kabiyesi will send information to the guards, the palace guards, so that they will know that okay, so person is coming, or so group of persons are coming to the palace. So they will know, and once these people come, they will receive them according to what information that Kabiyesi has given to them. And of course, Queen Naomi cannot just barge into the palace without any pre-information. So immediately, even though Kabiyesi has not told the guards before now, but the moment Queen Naomi was already in Ile-Ife, before she get down to the palace, the Kabiyesi sent a message to the guards that look, we are receiving a special guest. That a special guest was on her way to the palace. Immediately, the palace guards heard this. They were like, who be the palace, who be the special guest, so who is the special guest, that kind of thing. Their curiosity grew so high, like they wanted to know who this woman was that Kabiyesi is addressing as a special guest that is on her way to the palace. And within minutes, they said the palace courtyard was in motion. The air shifted. The women in the royal household began to whisper one name: Olori Shileku Ola Naomi. In fact, the moment they said the guards heard this song, they were like, oh, so this is the person Kabiyesi is talking about. That they thought as much. When her car arrived, they said time seems to stop. Dressed in her elegant white attire, radiating calmness and grace, Queen Naomi stepped out, a woman no longer living in the palace, yet still carrying the aura of royalty. My people, in fact, as I'm talking, this thing is just doing me one kind one. It's as if I was just there. Let me just experience, let me just see the real Queen Naomi herself and the way she was just stepping out of her car. And they said everyone who saw her that morning said, the same thing. She walked in like peace had entered the palace again. No, with her step and everything, they said, look at the way she walks in, as if peace has entered the palace again. Then the question is, does it mean that when Queen Naomi left, there has not been peace in the palace? Of course, there has been peace in the palace, enough peace. But this kind of peace they are talking about is different from the usual peace. It's like another kind of peace that they have not experienced in a very long while. That is the kind of peace they saw when Queen Naomi, walked into the palace. Now, the palace reaction. What was their reaction? When Queen Naomi entered the palace, this one was just what happened within the courtyard. But when Queen Naomi finally entered inside the palace, what really happened? They say at first, some were unsure how to react. Would the Oni receive her? Would the visit be public or private? Like some people were like, they don't know what to do. Okay, how are we going to react now? Okay, this kind of feeling of, hi, if we can't react too much now, we don't know whether maybe it's not for that kind of reaction, or should we just be calm, or just be quiet, or we just be looking. But the feeling they have within them is way beyond this kind of feeling that they will just be quiet, because of course everybody were already out there like jubilating, celebrating and all that. But to everyone's surprise, the palace gates opened fully, as though welcoming back a queen who had never truly left the palace. Yes, so they said the way they quickly opened the gate, the way everybody, all the palace guard, everybody is just mad guarding, opening the gate sharp, sharp, everything is as if almost true. When Kabiyesi said a special guest, is on her way. In fact, with the way the gate was open, every other person in the palace knew that yes, this one is like more of welcoming back a queen who had never ever truly left the palace. The elders stood, the palace guard bowed. Even the courtiers who once served her were filled with emotions. Oh my goodness. When they say the courtiers, you know who they are now, my people. The courtiers and these people who once served her now, those women, everybody there in the palace. My people, is not a small thing at all. In fact, this thing, I am super, super happy hearing this kind of news, hearing this kind of story right now. So now they said even the courtiers were all gathered, the officials, the guards, the elders in council, even the Yanifas and the Ifa priests, all of them there in the palace, they all gathered. Like who, even the palace guards and the courtiers who once, served her were filled with emotions, like those ones that were directly under her service, that who serve her directly. They said they were all filled with emotions. It was more than a visit. It was a royal moment of reconciliation, silent, graceful, and powerful. Like everywhere was so like mixed emotions, okay? The Oni's response, like people were, after they all gathered and everything, everybody were waiting to see what Kabiyesi would say. Now, when the Oni stepped out to greet her, they said witnesses say that the atmosphere changed instantly. There were no harsh words, no tension, only calm smiles and respectful greetings. They spoke briefly away from the cameras and public eyes. That kind of a thing. Now, you don't expect them to just be in the public eyes there 247 talking and all that. Of course, it won't be like that. So no one knows exactly what was said, but those close to the palace say it was a conversation of peace, closure, and mutual honor. The Oni himself later remarked during a gathering that some people carry peace wherever they go. Many believe he was speaking about Queen Naomi. Of course, when you hear a word like that after the queen's visit, everybody will just say, it was because of Queen Naomi, because of course they saw the peace when Queen Naomi came back to the palace. So why did Queen Naomi return? These are the questions that people were asking. Some palace insiders say her visit was spiritual, a divine instruction to pray for the peace and progress of the throne. Like she came for that. Like this was the message she brought. People were just speculating. When things happen, people, this one will talk down, that one will talk down, even though they did not even know what Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi discussed, but they were just kind of speculating. Others believe it was for the sake of her son, the young prince. Okay, that is Tadenikawo, to strengthen his royal connection. And there are those who say it was simply destiny, a moment meant to show that time, grace, and maturity can heal even the deepest royal wounds. Whatever the reason, her visit left a mark that the entire palace would feel. Yes, so many present that day described the energy around the palace as different. It felt like something sacred had been restored. Even the palace priest reportedly offered prayers of thanksgiving, acknowledging that peace had returned to the royal grounds. For some, it was a reminder that the Oni's reign is not just about leadership, it is also about divine timing and forgiveness. And for Queen Naomi, it was a chance to walk once again through the halls that once called her Olori, but now welcomed her as a woman of faith and purpose. Omo, no be small thing o. In fact, it's not a small thing. After her visit, Queen Naomi shared a gentle message with her people. It said, where love once lived, peace can always return. That message spread quickly across social media, touching hearts across Nigeria and beyond. Many saw her action as a lesson in grace, proves that even after separation, respect and compassion can reign supreme. Her quiet strength reminded the world that true queens don't fight for crowns, they carry peace wherever they go. My correct, correct people. And so, the day Queen Naomi returned to the palace, will forever remain one of the most unforgettable moments in recent Ile-Ife history. A moment not of drama but of divine alignment. Okay? A story of forgiveness, strength, and destiny. One that continues to inspire women across generations. As for Oni and Queen Naomi, their paths may have taken different turns, but their story remains deeply woven into the soul of Yoruba royalty. This has been Palace News, and if you believe in grace, destiny, and the power of peace, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us next time as we uncover what Palace sources revealed about Queen Naomi's hidden influence over the throne. Until then, stay blessed and stay royal till I come your way again. Do have a beautiful day. Bye for now.